record. So today we're going to discuss a Lightning app builder in detail. Okay, Lightning app builder is basically used to build Lightning pages. So there are three different types of pages that we build. One is a home page, app page, and record page. Home page is used for home page of an app. So whenever we're building any app, for example, let me open any app here. For example, says any app you open, the first tab is usually a home tab. In the home tab, where you see called a home pages. So we can create a home page by using a Lightning app builder, and here we can able to add the dashboards, any like to-do list and actions, and all certain components will be available to create in a home page. And next one is a record page. If you open any object, any of the object, if you open a record, what are the page that you see? That is a Lightning record page. So here, like if you want to see a different page, or like you want to have a different Lightning pages for same opportunity, then we'll create also from Lightning app builder. Okay, so for home page and record page, and other thing was app page. App page is something not related to a app home or not related to a record page. It's completely an individual page where we can drag and drop some of the standard components or custom components, and it's a completely custom thing related to. We'll be having a link of a page. That's it. It's not a home and it's not a record page. It's just a individual page. Those are the three types of Lightning pages that we'll create. Okay. Whenever you click on a new, so you see all these three options. This is a embedded service page is something new. It is included with the recent updates. It's basically like whenever we have external services, those services we will add using this page. Previously, like we have only in a VF pages, but now they're giving a Lightning page for it. Okay, we'll go step by step. Whatever option you select, it's app page, and if you go next, first thing is you have to give your name. Okay, nothing else to select, just a layout and how you want it to you will. What are the sections you want to drag and drop your components? Like if you want like top section left, right, then you can opt like this. And why you see a multiple previews here is if you select this layout, how it looks in a desktop, how it looks in a tab, portrait view, and a normal view, how it looks and how it looks in a mobile. To show you the preview of the layer, how it displays, you can see it here, and we have all those different layouts available. And if you want, you can create a custom layouts also, which will be covered in development. In development, we can create a new layouts, like okay, if something you need differently, like half of this unit, or like you need 4 columns, or like you need a top and bottom sections. Like however you want, you can create the layouts. in the using custom. But apart from that, you have some of the predefined layouts, and you can pick from one of that. And once we selected the layout, do we have option to change at any point of time? Yes. At the right side of here, you can see a template, and here you can click on change, and you can select a different layout also, and go next. And here, from existing sections and the new sections, if you have already components, like which region to which region you want to map the components, so that you will not lose the components, just it will transfer from the existing regions to the new regions. And here you can see a different components here. These are all a standard components available, and if you build any Lightning components that can be added to the app pages, it will also be displayed over here as a in this section custom components. And there one more section called a custom manage section. So if you install any app exchange packages which will provide a predefined components, if you install those, you can see the list of components in this section. By default, you will see a standard components. These are like something very self-explanatory. Charter feed, like we see a charter feed, right? Whenever like we want to communicate with the others, if you want to see it in your app page, you can add it. Or like charter publisher, if you want to publish your comments, you can use it. Or this is Einstein Analytics one, and this is standard dashboards. When you create some dashboards, and if you add the dashboards, then the dashboards will be displayed over your page. And these are flows, launchpad list to you. So most of them are ready-made things, and just you need to drop the component and need to select the which one to be displayed. So you see here the how many options here in app page. You see 17 options here, and if you have any customly built, that will also you can add here. Okay, here recent items. So whatever recent records or anything, you can able to see it. And rich text, here we can add our own text, like we can use like however we want. Okay, this is normal rich text. If you want to give any titles or any text or any info, you can give as you wish. And Visual Force pages, like this is also like customly built components. Once we build from the development, then we can add and drag and drop the components to here. Okay, this is the app page. So once it is done, it will ask you to activate. Activate means it's going to create a tab first thing. This is going to be your tab name, and then you have to select on which apps this app page should be available. For example, I'm clicking on a sales, and I'm adding here in a sales app, and in mobile navigation yes or no, and do a save. Okay, this was done. Let's say in sales app, whether I was able to see this new page or not. Okay, you can see my app page. The my app page, you can see this is how the page will be. Okay, now let me create a new page for a record page. Okay, app page we already seen. So next one is home page. Let's see a home page. In home page, I'm just clicking on my home page. Okay. So I'm selecting a standard home, one region one. Okay, here. Previously we have only 17. Now you see there are 32 components. Okay. There you can add like anything like however you wanted. Okay, there are accordions and you want to add a chatter here, for example, and the dashboards. And if you want to add a dashboard, for example, and similarly, if you want to add any charts or any tasks, you can add one by one. So here we can give like whatever the name we like. Save. Component dashboard is invalid property dashboard. So we have to select some dashboard, but we don't have dashboards created it. So I'm removing for now. Okay, activate that. So it will ask where the page you are. It will ask previously when you activate a app page, you don't see all these three options. You just see a which navigation you would like to add. But here for home page, we'll be able to assign based on org default or app default or a app and profile combination. So org default means this will be applicable for all the apps in this org. So whichever app you open, this will be your home page. So next one is a app default. So if you are specific to any app, this home page has to be applicable to that app, then you can do it app default, app and profile. So like for the same app, based on your profile, you would like to have a different pages. Different home pages. For example, profile one, you want to give a home page one. For profile two, you want to give a home page two. Based on profile name, you want to display different home pages. Then we will map the so what profile should see this home page will be assigned here. So here I'll tell what is the app next and what is the profiles that should see this home page whenever they're logged in. Okay, for example, I'm giving it for system administrator for now, and only for the Walmart is the system default page. Okay, done. I've saved this page. Okay, if I go back to my app and try to open a Walmart app, but in this app I don't have a home page added yet. So I need to add to the home page to the app actually. So in the Walmart, we'll edit and we'll add a home tab to the navigation item. Okay, I'm adding this app. Home page. So 1 second, in a second. So we can see the tab here. I just added a tab, home tab, but I not defined which page to come. But because I assign um, whatever I created the home page, the same page is showing for this one. Because it is user customizable, that's why I need to add over here. If I don't add it here, whenever I make changes, it will reflect in here. Okay, because I make it a personalized app. So based on the user personalization only, it will display the tabs. Okay, we see a app page and a home page. Now the third one is a record page. Whenever we select a record page, we will see a different options now. Previously, just we have a label, but now we see a object as well. For which object we want to create this record page. Okay, I would say my account is the page name, and object is for account, and click next. Okay, and here we see a more options for this one. Header, solution. For example, I need something like this one. Okay, and finish. Done. So here, you see when we create an app page, it is 17 options. When we create a home page, we have 32 options. When we create a record page, we have 37 options. The thing is basically some components are or some components can be supported only in the record pages. Some components can be supported only in the home pages. Some components will not be supported in app page. Okay, that's why we see a difference in the number. Okay, this highlight panel. For example, I had a highlight panel. This is specific to a record. If I have object and record defined, then only I can see this component. If I add it to an app page or a home page where I don't know which record it belongs to, then how I can display the highlight panel. So if I open some record, then Salesforce will understand what is the object and what is the ID. Then only it will render the component for me. That's why some of the components are supported and some of them are not supported. Okay, I want to show activities here and the main components for the record or record detail and a record related record. For this, two options are there. Either we can directly add the detail page or we can add in tabs. Okay, non-related, related. Okay, this is how we'll add it, and if you want, you can keep it in different sections. Okay, after adding also we can move here and okay, I'm just saving it and activate, and I would like to assign this to any of how we wanted it. Suppose if I'm not activating, for example, or I'm not assigning this page layout to any of that. Okay, it will not reflect anywhere. For example, I have this Walmart and I have account, and if I open any account, I see a normal view. It's not the page that I created until unless I assign the page to a specific view. For example, for Walmart, if I made the page as a sorry, I will make this page as an app default, then only I will be able to see the page is being used here. But I'm not assigned or activated it to a specific profile or specific app or a arg default. If you make an arg default, what will happen? Wherever you go in the Lightning apps, and if you try to open a this account record, you will be seeing the same page. That's what the arg default is. App default means whoever come to this app and try to open an account, they'll be see same UI. If it is a app and profile combination, so whatever the profiles that are assigned with this record page, only they can only see this view. If you take the priority order, okay, the sorry, the list will be a profile and app combination. If you assign one page in a profile and a app combination, and you create one more page and make it as a app default, then the first page will be overridden. Why? Because you're saying that after creating the first page, the second page, you're saying that whatever the existing pages that being assigned, ignore all of them and just make this new page as an app default for all the profiles. So that's sorry, that will be overridden. And on top of it, if you assign one more page as an arg default, again all the app defaults and profile app combinations will be overridden on the arg default pages. So sometimes you should not only check the so why I'm seeing this page, or like if you're expecting a different page and if you're not able to see it, you have to see the assignments of the page. How you see? Just you have to open the page. Second, just you have to open the record page, and here in the below you can see the assignment. You don't see any assignments here. Page is created, but you are not assigned to anyone. For example, let's go to home page, where because we activated in it and we assigned to some pages. Oh, it's not that. Yeah. So only in the record pages only we can see that assignments in the below. Assignments by app, record type and profile. Okay, that's where we can see it here. Okay, so we covered the Lightning app builder and how to create different pages in a Lightning app builder. Okay, so far like we mostly discuss or like wherever you see, we see a profile. So let's understand what actually the profile is, and what all we control on the profiles. Also we'll discuss the section profiles and licenses. I name it. So there's a relation between a license and profile. Okay. And firstly, the profiles will be categorized into a standard profiles and custom profiles. And for each profile is dependent on the Salesforce user licenses. So I'll explain what is a license. And there will be a part called editions. Based on edition only, we'll get different licenses. Okay, to get a proper understanding, I will I will explain in the same order. Okay, so maybe if you remember what we discussed on a demo, there I might have just give a glance of different types of editions. What actually a edition is. Suppose let's go like very back. Um, when a company decided to purchase a Salesforce to build their business. Okay, so how Salesforce will sell their product? For example, they're selling a sales cloud to the customers. So to one of the customers, how they do sell? First, they will ask the customer to what is the type of a business they have. Okay, based on their business, it will they will negotiate or they will ask or explain the features that can support their business and propose some list of licenses that will be useful for them based on their business needs. Okay, so there are predefined editions. So what actually edition is? This edition will be picked up based on your org size, number of users, and features required. Based on all this combination, the edition will be proposed by Salesforce. Okay, let's see what are all the editions that are available. There are like so many editions, but mostly the used ones are unlimited. The name itself suggests which is a greatest edition. So this is the top edition. That's what Salesforce will prefer. Like whatever big is the company, the ultimate is ultimately the edition. What is the top rank is a unlimited edition. Okay, if you want to step down from that, like a top one from unlimited is a enterprise edition. Enterprise edition. So then what we have after the enterprise edition, if you go down, it's a personalized one, and next one is a professional. And what we are using is a developer edition. Okay, so these are all the different types of editions that Salesforce offer. Okay, now let's understand what are the differences between this edition and when we'll go for this type of edition. Okay, if we'll come from the bottom, then you will understand, have a better idea. Developer edition. Developer edition is something what we use. Who are the learners or students or a practice editions that Salesforce offers at free of cost to everyone. Okay, if Salesforce is offering a free edition, then why should I buy from a Salesforce the other editions? Because they will, the developer edition will be almost similar to a enterprise edition. Whatever features you see in enterprise edition, the developer edition also almost 90% of features are same as a enterprise editions, except from the real customer. That is like the support that they receive from Salesforce and storage. Storage and data size is limited. It is given just a 100 MB is given in a developer edition. So in 100 MB, how big app you can build? No, it's not much big, right? Even though you build with 100 MB, how much data you can store in the developer edition? Hardly no data. It's just for practice purpose only. Nothing else you can do with this 100 MB of data in a developer edition. That's why, like, even though you have a features almost equivalent to enterprise at free of cost, you cannot do anything further because of the size, storage, and the data size. Okay. Now the professional. Professional is something which is very limited features. Hardly you might see 20% of features that you see in developer editions you can see there. You cannot create a custom objects. You cannot create a custom fields. Cannot. And whatever the Salesforce offers, you have to just use those. And those offers also, I mean, it will also not give all the features what you see in the developer editions. Okay. Why this is because professional edition is a cheapest edition. So we have to pay very less per user license. And the maximum also you're not allowed to purchase any number of licenses. You're allowed to purchase very minimal number of licenses, like 3, 4, 5. That's it. I think 5 is the max you can use in a professional editions. Okay. Then the personalized one.
We'll
Compared,
use professional editions.
yeah, professional editions will be used by a startups. Startups who cannot afford much and they wanted to see whether they will be able to comfortable with Salesforce or not, or what they're looking for is just very limited features. They're like not, they don't want all full features of Salesforce, like all the sales load they don't want, and they don't want custom cloud. They don't want all the features. They're just looking for a some basic sales model, and that will be offered in a professional edition, but without much customization. And when they feel like it's very limited number of people is going to use their business, then only will go for a professional editions. Especially startups or a very beginning of the companies. It is in budget and features also very economical, very less. I mean, if it surpasses their needs, then only they will go for a professional. Personalized also a kind of same, but it will be having a more features compared to a professional. In personalized also we have a limit on number of licenses and limit on a features. And I will share a list where we can see all the editions with the differences. You can see all this personal, contact manager, group editions, professional edition, enterprise, unlimited, developer. So I just picked only mostly used editions. Okay, here. I'm just trying to see for a right place to see all these editions. These are like blocks. Mm. Here you can see all the list of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All this 8 type of editions and what are the limits we have. It will specify each feature and how many of them are allowed. Okay, for example, validation rule on personal